Hey guys, welcome back, and thank you so much to everyone who helped me out over on my Instagram channel when I asked what types of videos you'd like to see next here on YouTube. I am dragging out the festive season that little bit longer by keeping my tree up. I've normally taken it down by now when I'm doing goal setting and having a fresh start. I like to have my tree down, but because I haven't had a tree for a few years, I've kept it up that little bit longer. And I figured this is the last time we'll see a tree in a video for a while, so I'll make the most of it. You wanted to see what I've been up to purchase-wise recently. I have a few things that have turned up that are really late from Black Friday with the UK postal strike issue, and I have a few Christmassy bits. First up is a bit of a functional one. I had my watch stolen whilst I was working away, so my Fitbit Versa, the latest version, whatever that is no more, and if I was going to have to spend my money replacing my watch, then I may as well see some advances in the spec just to make myself feel a little bit better. So I went for the Fitbit Sense 2, and I also ordered some of those replacement straps that you can get on Amazon quite cheaply because I just wanted the colour range, and the white I've just ruined. It also came with black and with mulberry, and they're very similar to the original Fitbit straps. However, mine tends to have an issue tracking sleep if I wear the compatible bands. And I don't know if it's because the little holes might be slightly in a different place and it makes it that tiny bit too tight on my wrist or tiny bit too loose. Or it could be that the material is slightly different, and if my wrist is clammy, my watch is sticking to it and it's not recording properly. So just something to bear in mind if you use the compatible straps. You guys will have seen in my other videos me wearing kind of a creamy colour Skechers, and I've linked you to those in the past. I love them so much and they're so comfortable that I bought the black ones. And I love Skechers because they do a half size, which is just brilliant. I love the cream, and cream is just my colour, but I'm in the park and I'm walking on paths with soggy leaves, so I figured if I got the black, then it might save me some hassle. Another practical one, I am the world's worst person for dropping their phone, so I buy these either from Amazon or on eBay, and they're just the tempered glass screens for iPhones because I probably go through 3 a month. And I always have a white phone case, but if I'm working overseas, it just tends to get filthy. So I have had a black phone case, which is very rare. So I've just replaced my white one. It's still in the plastic. I get the leather ones from eBay normally. I normally like the ones that you can put a little photograph in, but I'm really struggling to get them at the moment. So I've just got the white leather one, and it's got the inserts for your debit cards, which is really useful. Because I haven't got the house set out at the moment and there's no furniture, there's no kind of side tables, there's nowhere to sort of set things out. I have some room sprays, and these are just from M&S, or Marxies as we would call them. And honestly, they just smell so nice. This one is a little bit sweeter than the other one. This is the dark orchard and musk, but it's not that kind of overly woody kind of smell that you might expect from a name like that. And this one is wild mint and thyme, which smells nothing like that, to be honest, but it just smells divine. They should have called it divine and thyme because wild mint doesn't really go, but it's really nice. This is an empty box where the fudge used to live. This is from a lassie who I originally met on Instagram. She's a really lovely person, and she's come up with this fudge recipe that this is something else. I am a fudge connoisseur, and I would say that I have eaten a lot of fudge for one human being, and I have eaten fudge all over this country and in other countries, and I will queue down the street when it's the summer and everyone else wants fudge too. And this is without a doubt the best fudge I've ever had. Now, she doesn't have a website or anything like that set up, but she is a small business, and if I can link you guys so that maybe you can send a DM if you want to try some, I absolutely would. If you like fudge or you want a sweet little gift to send to somebody and you want to support a small business. This was just vanilla white chocolate, but it was just so nice. This you just didn't get that it was too much. I ate the whole box with coffee for breakfast. It was so nice, which I don't know if it's a good thing or not, but man, it was good. Next, it's a good job the scarf season is upon us, because this was intended to be a baby blanket, and it has a really lovely print, and I really like it. And it was to celebrate the Arrival of the second trimester. However, this is cotton and cashmere blend and it needs hand washing. So to give it to a baby where babies are going to do baby things is probably not going to be practical. So I think it's destined to be a scarf or an armchair arm cover or something where it can be celebrated in its beauty without being ruined by a small child. So the dog has had a few things, and the grey fluffy thing that I've had on the floor for him was just from Primark. A couple of people had asked about that, and I tend not to buy from dog stores when it comes to floor coverings and blankets. I just think they're much bigger and thicker if you get them from the homeware section. The grey one is from Primark, and I also got a blue one from there as well, but I wouldn't recommend that one. It was quite thin. I think that one cost me £8, and by comparison, I got one from Georgia Asda, which I'm just trying to undo. It came with this nice bow, and I'm just trying to rip it off. So for an extra £1 compared to it's like a ribbed one, and when you hold it up through the ribs, you can see daylight. So that's how thin the innie bits of the ribs are, and it's not as warm as you would hope. So, I mean, it still looks nice, but it's not as good as this bad boy. This is a teddy fleece lined one, and it's a really good size. This is 150 by 120, and I just think that is much, much better for him. So hopefully he'll enjoy being nice and toasty on that. Elle's one of those dogs, he can only have his own food. He can't have treats and bones and things just bought from a shop. So he tends to get very practical things like blankets and coats to go walkies in. The bits that I mentioned in the video have all arrived and I've started using, but I did order these, which has just turned up, and this is the Clinique Moisture Surge, and I've tried the one in the pot before, but I haven't tried this tall one, which is the Hydrating Supercharged Concentrate. I don't know why it's different, but I just noticed it on the website and thought that I would give it a try. And I've seen so many people rave about this that I figured I had to give it a try whilst it was on Black Friday, because I sometimes find skincare is just so expensive. You get on the bandwagon with something and you have all these expectations of it. You invest your money and then it arrives and it's terrible. So I figured just because everyone raves on about this, I didn't want to pay full price. So I waited for Black Friday and I picked some up. So we'll have a little look. I tend to like this brand, so I do have high hopes. So you're gonna see me in a week and I'll look 12. In fact, I'll look fetal. Pro-Collagen Summer Bloom Cleansing Balm. The fragrance in the reviews for this were a little bit Marmite, and that people either loved it or hated it. So I can't actually smell it because it's sealed, but I'll let you know. I think this is probably just like a cleansing cloth that comes with it. This, I'm really disappointed, is so small. I normally buy the jumbo one and I get it on Black Friday and I'm really happy with it. I don't know what I was thinking on the day, but I've bought this one and it has come and it's very small. This is 22 mil and my other one looks 3 times as big as this. So slightly disappointed that I've ordered a tiny one, but I will use it and be happy. I have quite large pores as I'm getting older. I've noticed that they're just getting bigger. So this is my favorite primer that really helps me out with that. And it's just a great base for your makeup. So I really love that. I'm just having to look at what I've bought. Darren has taken the delivery upstairs thinking that I would want cosmetics upstairs, of course, and I'm wired into a microphone. So I'll put a picture on the screen. I bought Bakulouric Moisturiser from Facetheory M1 with 2% Bakulogen, which sounds fantastic, doesn't it? And that is supposed to be an alternative for anybody who doesn't get on with retinol. So I'm looking forward to trying that. Now, next up, we have Skin & Me, which is a brand that you might have seen floating around quite a lot at the moment. A couple of the vloggers that I follow and really like are championing this company at the moment, and I will use it and I will let you know, honestly, if it's any good for me or not. I really liked the sign-up process where you complete quite a quick but comprehensive questionnaire and they ask you really good questions right down to if you're pregnant or not, which is a really good peace of mind for me. And this pack it comes with a Purify and Prep Hydrating Cleanser and a Soothe and Smooth Rich Moisturiser, which I think is to your kind of skin type, but then the product in the middle is the one that's bespoke for you. And that comes printed with your own little code that you can pass around. You are welcome to have mine. I'll put it on the screen for you and also in the description. But yeah, I'm excited to try that. And I like the way that it's measured, because I have a habit of overusing product that I'll just slather the lot on and hope that more is more. And it quite often isn't when your skin's concerned, as we know. So this actually stops you doing that, and it also stops waste and it will save you money. So I like the idea of that. So I'll let you know how I get on with that. I've got my second box ready for when this 4-week starter pack has finished. And let's see what's in there. Ooh, you get full-size versions. Oh no, that suits me better. Now I can slather it on. So your box number 2 will look like this if you decide to carry on with your subscription. I'm not used to doing this. As I was saying in my goals video, you can only get better if you practice. So the fact that I'm dropping everything on the floor and there are people that are much better at this than me, it doesn't matter, I can only get better. So there you go, I'll let you know how I get on with those. Next up, I have this really lovely necklace that I bought because I had a similar one from Zara and I loved wearing it, and I wore it so much it actually turned green, and honestly it was nearly falling off my neck. So I got this one, which is plated, I would imagine. But it was a really good deal in the sale, and it was probably cheaper than the Zara one, but I'm hoping it will last me a lot longer. So I'll have fun wearing that. And we always leave the best till last, don't we? This is the sweetest present to celebrate the second trimester. I didn't want presents at all any time this year. We'd been buying property and we'd been fortunate enough to buy our dream home, and we have some pretty extravagant plans here to budget for. So I definitely didn't want presents. However, the second trimester came and Darren didn't want to miss marking that occasion, because to say that I wasn't supposed to have any eggs left, the chances of that one egg being fertilized and then implanting and everything being in order so that it gave a baby the opportunity to grow was so slim that getting to week 6 or 7 was so unlikely. When we got to the second trimester, which feels like a much safer place when you're on a pregnancy journey, that he just didn't want to miss marking that occasion. So he bought me this Tiffany bracelet, which is all little circles. But we like circles, don't we? Because they mean forever as they go round and round and round. So I absolutely love that. And it's Tiffany's 1837 range. I've only ever owned a couple of Tiffany things in my life, and I think this is definitely my favorite. It celebrates the workmanship and craftsmanship of their designs, and it's just really, really beautiful. I love it so much. One thing I do like about Tiffany is that they do a bracelet that fits me, because I have wrists like a child, and I was wearing Mickey Mouse watches until I was 25. So I really like that their small bracelets actually fit me properly and I don't have to go and get the links taken out. Yeah, just such a thoughtful and wonderful gift, and it's not going to turn green like the Zara one did. And I think that's everything I have to show you. I'll be back soon with the baby's essentials video and what I've bought so far. There's also a pram reveal coming, which is very exciting. And it helps me to get organised, because to communicate with you guys, I have to know what I have and what I haven't bought. So you're really helping me out. Until I release that video, have a great week and I'll see you then.